Hi, this is Mike Elliott with BrandStreamPR.com, and you're watching CEO Live. Today we're joined by Mr. Mathew Schissler. Mr. Schissler is the CEO of Cord Blood America. Cord Blood America is the parent company of CoreCell, which is an umbilical cord blood stem cell preservation company focused on bringing the life-saving potential of stem cells to families nationwide and internationally. Cord Blood America is a publicly traded company. It's common in the NASDAQ OTC Bulletin Board under the symbol CBAI. Matt's going to be giving us an update on recent events at the company. Good morning, Matt. It's great to have you with us again.
Hey, good morning, Mike. Happy to be here.
Cord Blood America announced the retirement of a $2.5 million debt obligation this week. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't a $2.5 million. We retired this week an additional $1.6 million in debt. The $2.5 million that you're looking at was announced a couple of weeks ago. But so far in the third quarter, we wanted to report that since we've done our filings, which announced a reduction of debt by the tune of $5 million, that we just in the last 7 weeks we reduced another $1.6 million in debt to the organization. And just basically I want to speak to that. And I said at the beginning of the year, and Mike, you've been following us since the beginning of the year, that we're going to do three things. We're going to grow organically, and we made an announcement a couple weeks ago about our contract with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Northeast Pennsylvania. Then we said we're going to make acquisitions. We've yet to make any announcements on that yet. We hope to soon. And last but not least is our third pillar of growth is debt reduction. And to have reduced a grand total of $6.6 million in debt since the beginning of the year is just tremendous for the company. Our balance sheet's looking a lot stronger. And we believe that through the rest of the year, Mike, that we're going to continue down this path of reducing debt. So we hope that by the end of the year that we are, if we're not out of debt, we're very, very close, so that we've reduced maybe 70 to 80% of the debt that we started with at the beginning of the year. And we're going to continue down this path because we believe for the shareholders that the value of the company comes after the debt is gone. And we know that we sit on over 20,000 samples. You can create valuations off of those assets, but the debt holds that valuation back, and it also holds our market cap back. And so it's number one, most important for the shareholders for us to reduce the debt, even more so than organic growth or acquisition, is getting the debt gone will completely revalue the company. And that's why we're so aggressive in doing that this year. That
makes sense. And in a recession, certainly, to focus on strengthening yourself financially and strengthening the balance sheet certainly makes sense. And as a quick aside before we wrap here, are there any insights you could give our listeners on how a company can succeed in this recession, things that they can do? I mean, if sales are down or if they're struggling, just tips that you can think of that would help them?
Well, a very simple phrase is, during a recession is when you want to advertise, and that's common for advertising professionals to say that to other companies. This is when you want to go out and really promote your product. But the reality of the situation is that during a recession, as much as you promote, it's going to be less likely that people are going to buy your product, at least the premium products that are going to provide the most gross profit. So during a recession, as we're going through today in macroeconomics, it's most wise for a company to really get their financial balance sheet right. The way to weather the storm of recession is to get on the right side of cash flow by like what we're doing, reducing debt, trimming back costs, and keeping your company healthy for when the next great growth spurt comes. Because it's a constant fluid moving target, your company. And during the growth times, you want to be in position to grow. And by being in position to grow, that means you get rid of debts and you streamline costs during the recession time. And that's what we're doing. That's what I would recommend for other companies to do as well.
That makes sense. That's great advice, Matt. Thank you. Are there any other comments you'd like to add?
No, that's it, Mike. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Yep, you too. Thanks again for your time, and thanks for your commitment to keeping the shareholder community informed. We really appreciate you doing these, Matt.
Absolutely.
You've been watching the CEO Live video press release series with Mr. Mathew Schissler, CEO of Cord Blood America. To find out more about Cord Blood America, you can visit their website at www.cordblood-america.com, or you can visit their social media newsroom at brandstreampr.com/cordbloodamerica. Thank you.